Yo, Breezy,
Yep.
you have been quite the traveling man. It looks like you were back at home, man. You ready to talk about all the fun you had?
Let's get it, baby.
Let's do it. Yeah. What is going on, faithfuls? It's your boys Mike and Wayne, man. We are back on another episode of No Harm, No Foul. Here to have a lot of fun, man. Wayne, we're just going to talk some 49ers news, man. There's a lot of stuff that's been going on, or maybe not a lot of stuff, but some very interesting things going on. And I haven't had a chance to rap with you about a lot of it, so I'm looking forward to doing that. Before we get to all of that stuff, though, we want to thank everybody for checking us out, all the subscribers to both channels, all the members of both channels, and for those of you guys who are out there and have not yet joined the Patreon communities, I strongly suggest that you guys do so. Patreon.com/NB9ERS. And Wayne, let them know what your Patreon is as well, because I know you get it in over there.
Yeah, patreon.com/the Wayne Breezy. Super simple, right? You know, try to stay consistent.
Boom. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yo, man, you've been doing a lot of traveling. Do you when you go out of town, like when you do stuff like that, do you try to go bowling or anything, or you just focus? Like you don't do anything like fun? Like you don't
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, yo. Like the Senior Bowl is very tiring, right? So you're up butt crack of dawn. Like me, I get up butt crack of dawn, get my run on, do my little workout. That's like an hour and a half right there. Then shower, you get to practice. Practice is started at 9:30. And so you got to get to practice. Then you're there till about 1:30, 2 o'clock every day. And then you want to eat, so you're not really eating there. And then when you go out to eat, by the time I eat, it's like 4. I'm ready to get into bed.
Wow.
So nah, there's no going out for me, man. That's funny because Brad asked me that. He was like, "Yo, you going out?" It's like, yeah, to my bed, yo. I think I'm 44 years old. I ain't going nowhere, bro.
You're going out was going in.
Yeah, real talk. And he cracked up. He's like, yo, I understand. But that's just kind of what it is. Because I'm focused. I wanted to get back. I wanted to go over what I saw. I wanted to go over my notes because, it's all chicken scratch. You writing on whatever you could find. You know what I'm saying? You got to go back and be like, what the hell what was this? Who is this? All right. So, no, I got back and I did some shows from the room. Tried to bring everybody some content live from the Senior Bowl. So it was a good week. It's a good week.
Yeah. We have to get you one of those things, man. What do you think about the little voice recorder joints so that way as you're seeing it, you can say what you're seeing. I
feel like those are played out now, but because you could just do it on your phone. I don't know why we don't though. I don't know why I don't.
That's true. But it's definitely faster than writing. You're never gonna be able to write or type that fast. So
yeah, it's definitely faster than writing. But I feel like when you write it, you're making an imprint in your brain to know what you're writing. When you write something down, it's
Yeah, that's true. That's true. It's like when you want to learn lyrics of a song. I heard that you're supposed to write the lyrics down,
right?
And it just sticks in your head
right.
After the first time you do it.
Right. That's kind of that was funny.
Did you see that?
I didn't see it. I saw your head do it.
Oh, you saw me looking. Oh, my bad. My wife threw something over the camera to the other side of the room, and I was like, I didn't know what was happening. So
I thought you saw a fly or something, because that I was like,
no, that bugs have not made a reappearance on the show. So you had a good time out there. We're gonna get to that. I want to ask you though, do you judge people when you find out they don't know or do certain things? You're a music guy, right? So imagine you say "Water Runs Dry" by Boyz II Men. They're like, wait, what?
Do I get mad when people don't know that? No.
Or not mad, but do you judge people when you hear they don't do or know certain things?
No. No, because water runs no. To answer your question, no. No judge zone for me. Okay. But you're gonna learn today.
You going okay? So you gotta put them on if they find out that they don't know,
which is dope because everybody has teacher in them, right? And so,
Right.
like, when you feel you get that moment where you could have a teachable moment, that's where you get to show how excited. Like, 'cause that you saying that song, that's one of my favorite Boyz II Men songs. But it's underrated. I don't know why.
Okay.
I don't know why
Yeah.
it's an underrated song. But it hit. We don't even talk
it's-
anymore. You know,
Come on, man.
We don't even know what we argue about.
What?
We don't even say I love you no more, yo. Like, you know what I mean? Dang, yo. Did Babyface write that?
Them boys was hurting.
Yo, that sound like a Babyface song. Could have been Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis. It's one of them two. Like, you know. You about to look it up?
See. Yeah, you know I am.
Oh, man.
Babyface wrote it. Speaking of Babyface, did you see the AP disrespect?
Yes.
The two.
I don't understand how I don't have a job doing what I love to do. And people got jobs, and that was ridiculous, yo. And I love the way Babyface handled it, too. He handled it.
Do you? Do you?
I do. He didn't do. He sat there, right, and then just giving the mic back and left.
He said you want to talk to them? Go ahead. Yeah, just go ahead. Go.
That's smooth, bro. That's face smooth. That's La face smooth right there.
I think we would be doing Babyface a disservice if we didn't like throw some shade their way. Like,
Oh, the shade goes
he
their way
walked away from
100%.
that. Yes, I need to hear large, like non-49ers content platforms
Yeah,
discussing
like
that.
the shade, like they should and then they come back crying and apologizing later. No, you don't come back.
Oh, did they? I don't know that. I don't know.
That's what I heard. But at the end of the day, like, y'all suck. Yeah, that was terrible. That was terrible. And that, to me, bro, like, today's generation, bro, like, man, that's why I don't go out. That's why I don't go out, because I be in jail. And I don't even know what jail like today. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to know what it's
Right.
like. I'm just going to go, get my food, go to my room.
Because it's wild out there. So did you watch the Grammys? Did you listen about anything with the Grammys? Again, you're a big music head. I didn't know how much that.
No,
and
I'm not
I
into-
know you were busy and tied up. I didn't watch much of the Pro Bowl. I'm assuming you didn't either. Believe it or not.
I actually watched the whole Pro Bowl.
So I got to get a recap from you. So I didn't see any of it.
Yeah. I don't know why I'm such a freaking football fan, yo. It was the corniest shit I've ever watched in my entire life.
See, and that's what I was afraid. That's why I didn't watch. Even just looking at like dodgeball and stuff. Like I'm like, yeah, I don't want to see this. Now,
There's a whole bunch
you know
of
what
events now. Like, so it's not like the game anymore. Like, even in the Pro Bowl game, they took a big break to do events. Like, you know what
like
I'm
a
saying?
halftime show of events.
No, yeah, it was like at the end of every quarter they did something different. It was like, you know, but it's just flag football is just not my thing, bro. Maybe because I
Okay.
don't play it, but even if I played it, I don't want to see the professionals playing it.
You don't want to see the pros doing it. Yeah, like give us.
Just
give
don't
us
have a
something else.
game. Like, just don't have a football game.
Yeah, they should have if they want to make it fun. You know how like the NBA has an All-Star game, then they have like the celebrity All-Star game.
Yeah, like they should have did a softball
The
game or
NFL should
something.
do. Well, no, they can do like events, like long snapper competition for only long snappers, and then you have like other linemen or running backs try the long snapping things like on a separate time. You get what I'm saying? Like
I did like the
precision
events.
passing.
Nah, the events be dope. They have the events. Those are throughout the week. So the events be dope. But the game,
Is it specific to positions? Is what I want to know.
sometimes I like the event where they had the punting event, and then
Okay.
they had Kyle Juszczyk punt, but then they had the real punters too.
That's what I want to know. So they separated.
No, they were on the same team. So it's like in the punting event, like Kyle was on the NFC, and so he went, but then the real punter went after him, and you know what I'm saying? I kind of like that. That was actually fun to watch because that junk went into sudden death. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. You got into the competitive side of it all.
Oh yeah, I'm super competitive, but I couldn't get into the flag football because you're not catching Jamar Chase and
Right.
and those dudes that get skinny and Jackson Smith and Jigba. You're not catching them once they get out in the open.
Right. Yeah.
They put the juke on you. You're not ripping the flag off of them. And shout out to the football players that was going full speed like they was wearing pads. That cat, Jameer Gibbs, full. I can run everybody over. Of course you can. They ain't got no pads on, dog. Full speed.
All right. I mean, so all right. So then maybe I gotta go back and rewatch some of it because I tell you
Just
what
go
I
on-
am looking
just go
forward
on
to.
YouTube, man, and just watch it event by event. You'll have fun.
Right.
Like they made it into a nice week. They should do a celebrity. They should do a Family Feud of trivia type of question. Terry Crews did a good job as well as hosting
Family
some of those
Feud
shows.
would be phenomenal. Like
That
they
would be
gotta pick
phenomenal.
their 5 best guys.
Have you seen the Family Feud episodes with the football players on there?
with some foot. Oh yes, I have. Yes, I
It
have.
was the
Super
ones-
inappropriate.
The one with Stephon Diggs.
Was that? Oh man. Wait. There was something inappropriate.
It was
happened.
inappropriate. Yeah.
I can't remember what it was, but I
we
do
don't
know
need
I
to
saw it.
remember. We don't need
Okay,
to
all right.
remember what it was. You know, we don't need to remember what it was.
I did hear that they did the tug of war.
That was
I did
boring,
not see
though.
it.
The
It was
NFC
boring.
was look, tug of war is fun when you're a kid. When you're a grown ass man, it was
Nobody.
the NFC just dominated, bro.
Nobody tried the Hunger Games. What was the show called?
I know what you're talking about.
Squid Games
Squid Game? No.
technique.
No.
Where it's like 1, 2, 3,
2, 3,
boom, everybody do it.
Nah.
Nobody tried it.
Now, if
After
you were
watching
there-
Squid Games, I would have to try that, bro.
You if you were there, you would have probably brought that up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they would have had to cue the music. Dun, 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 dun.
Yeah.
Ain't that
All
some
right.
spooky, scary kind of like fun
No,
music?
that music became weird. Like it became
It's a
like instant
weird, that's the
like
word,
attention.
weird.
Like, oh, what's about to happen? Like you have to pay attention to it. So did you listen to about the Grammys at all?
I listened. Like this ain't the podcast for that, but hey, F it. You know, like I know Beyonce won Best Country Album, and I know she got mad shade thrown her way, and I just don't get it. Like I don't get it. I don't get why she gets all the negative attention for doing
They threw shade her way for.
what?
I'm not the guy. I'm not on social media. Like,
Bro, she don't belong singing country. She's not a country singer. Country's not for her. This is that and the third. Like the hate was crazy.
So it's like when Lil Nas X came out with his song, and then only Billy Ray Cyrus stood beside him.
I guess.
Right? I
Either
mean,
way,
like that's.
I didn't know country was tied to a certain people. But that's
Is Shabuzi considered country? Because he country
Yes.
as hell.
yeah. His godmother's Dolly Parton. So hell yeah, he's country as it gets
Wait, that's real?
for sure.
So his god sister is Miley Cyrus.
Yep.
That's dope. That's
I mean,
dope.
he just grew up in the country. You know.
Yeah. Okay. All right. All I gotta say about the Grammys is this: wop 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 wop.
Okay.
That's it. That's all I got, man. That's all I got. All right, Wayne. So you gotta tell me about some of the Senior Bowl stuff, man. Like who stood out? No, you know what? Don't tell me who stood out. When you walk away from this event and say the Niners have to get these 2 guys,
Oh, it's Gray Zabel and Mike Green, yo. Like,
it's not close. Like it's
there's close, but you said which 2 guys, right?
Right.
It's close, bro.
Yeah.
I got a slew of players. Matter of fact, at 4:30, my video for the risers and fallers, the offensive video is gonna stand out. But the best offensive tackle there, because the Niners, I'm thinking about what the Niners need to address. They need to address the trenches. I really liked, bro. I could give you 10 defensive tackles that I think will come and make an impact day one. 10,
all from the Senior Bowl.
all from the Senior Bowl, bro.
See, now that makes me scared because like 10
No.
can't be that good. 10
They were-
can't be that good.
They all were that good. This is the
Or the
All-Star
offensive
game,
linemen
Mike.
were
What are you
that
talking
bad.
about? No, this
no,
this
because like
this is the All-Star game, and they came. This is a heavy defensive draft, though. Like I think you need to understand that the defensive interior. This is a big draft for that. You got your top guy like Mason Graham, and then you got your second tier guy, in my opinion, like a Walter Nolan. But what do you want? That's like pick your poison. Like I want the Niners to draft both. Get me the pass rusher one and get me the big fat one. Like get me both of them. Get me run stuff and pass rushing. Pick your poison. This is the draft to do it. And I got Robert Saleh back too. Fudge that. You go ahead and you pick. Stand in that line. Yep, I want you. Give me you.
Right.
We'll try with you. And there's so many prospects that could come in here, whether they're 3 technique, whether they're 1 technique, and it depends on what Salah's trying to do. And we already know what Salah's trying to do. He's trying to stop the goddamn run, and he's trying to be aggressive at the same time. Yeah, all the way to the pass rush, bro. Yeah, man. Yeah, man.
So you said Mike Green right away.
Right away.
Does that mean that you don't think Myles Garrett is a reality for the 49ers?
Oh, it's absolutely a reality. You asked me who did I like from the Senior Bowl. Now you bringing up Mike Green. So now it's all the way a reality. It's whatever's more real than reality. That's what it is.
It's a possibility.
It's a hefty possibility.
I think the Niners are favorites instantly.
I think I favorite. See, here's the thing, right? This is what I don't like. What's going to happen is the Niners are going to make an offer. And the offer is going to be damn good. Okay? It's going to be a first-round pick, possibly another first-round pick. It could be 2 first-round picks and some stuff. You know what I'm saying? Which I think is suffice for a guy like Myles Garrett. You're talking reigning defensive defensive player of the year. You're talking all-pro. You're talking Pro Bowl. You're talking a guy that can set the edge and rush the pass at the same damn time. You're talking about a guy that has 16 sacks in the season, 16 sacks in the season, 14 sacks in the season, 14 sacks in the season, 12 sacks in the season, 12 sacks. You're talking about it. His lowest sack season was his rookie year, bro, and I think it was like 7. Look it up. Like look it up. Like I really feel I will be all the way balls in. Like, no pun intended.
That was kind of pause-worthy, though. Like,
pause.
I get where you was going with it, because, but, all right, so, yes, his rookie season, he finished with just 7 sacks, and that was his absolute lowest. His highest is 16.
After that, it's all double digits, bro.
He double-digit every year. He's double-digit every year. But, see, like, what's not showing up on here are, like, the PBUs and you know what I mean?
I could care less about any of
hurries.
that. Ask me if I care about any of that. Ask me if I care about any of that. Ask me if I care about any of that.
You don't care about the PBUs?
No.
TFLs, QB hits?
None of that. None of it. Not when it comes to him, because he's been doing it. He's been dominant every year. Every year. When you talk about, hold on, Mike, because let's have this conversation. When you talk about best edge rushers in the league, who do you name?
Myles Garrett.
Okay. TJ Watt. Your turn.
Nick Bosa.
Nope. Nick Bosa don't even get mentioned in that conversation, bro. Micah Parsons goes ahead of Nick Bosa, bro. Like, that's the crazy part. Like, and that's what's pissing me off. Now, to me and you, and to the faithful, Nick Bosa belongs in that category. Look up Nick Bosa stats. And
but you,
I didn't even
just
mention,
talking about sacks?
I'm talking about impact. It's a big difference.
Well, that's why I was praising Myles Garrett, and you said I don't care about that. That's what I was with you.
But my point is, I don't care because the production. What people care about, Mike, is stats. We care about the impact. People want sacks. They want production on the football field. Don't nobody care about a hurry. Don't nobody care about a quarterback pressure. Like, right? They want to see the quarterback get taken down to the ground. You bring in you bring in this guy, you know for sure he's going to get to the quarterback. He's got probably a 90-inch wingspan. It's hard. He could run. Okay? He can run. Now, listen, don't get it twisted. And Nick Bosa is a top pass rusher in the game, but I'm just talking about when you think of these pass rushers, we think of Nick Bosa because we know who he is. But when you talk to a common person, they're going to mention the guy that gets the sacks. That's all I'm trying to say.
You think people think Max Crosby is better than Nick Bosa right now?
If the production of sacks is there, they might think so. It's silly. But Trey Hendrickson, you didn't mention him. You didn't mention my kid, my boy from Detroit, Aiden Hutchinson. Like, these dudes is productive, and he only going into year 3.
Well, he spent all of year 2 out. But here's what I like.
But he was leading the league in sacks before he got injured. How about that? He had 7.5 sacks before the season ended injury.
Right.
That kid was balling.
Like, the sacks are cool. They're great. Let me be clear. They're great. Okay. But them tackles for loss.
That doesn't sound.
I'm trying to tell you.
No, but listen.
But I gotta land it.
Nah, because the way you said the sacks are great, it didn't sound great coming out your mouth. Is what I'm saying. That's all I'm saying.
because I'm trying to put the emphasis. I'm trying to put the cherry on top of this Myles Garrett
Listen,
Sunday. Like it's
'cause
beautiful.
I love the tackles for a loss, Mike. That's a huge key to the game. But tackles for a loss is coming to the run game, so that's where you're going with this, and I like it. Go ahead, my bad. And don't forget Khalil Mack still there.
And here's the other thing: QB hits. Now that's a stat that I love, and let me tell you why I love it. Because that means that you might not have got the sack, but he felt your presence legally. Legally, he felt your presence, and that's what I love. That right there, those two. You give me some sacks and some QB hits, and then we could talk about how just great a player is. Like now we're talking about greatness because he might not always record that sack, but I'm gonna get there, I'm gonna hit him, and he gonna feel me.
Listen, I pay attention to the pressures, but what I'm telling you is the average person that watches football that don't know about pressures, they know about sacks. First thing in a pressure is the sack, not the hurry, not the hit. It's the sack, right? Yeah. Now what you're saying makes all the logical sense, but Nick Bosa for some reason doesn't get off like these other guys that we just missed. We just got hyped about all these other guys, right? And I'm not saying Nick Bosa isn't great or isn't dominant. I think Nick Bosa is what's the word? For some reason, they don't leave him one-on-one, and they designed to take Nick Bosa out. Like literally, I feel like he's targeted. And I watch games. Don't nobody target TJ Watt, maybe because they're in the 3-4, maybe it's a little different. I don't see them triple teaming Myles Garrett. Why not?
Michael Parsons.
What's going on here? Why does Nick Bosa get that? Oh, I know. Because he will be the most dominant person in the NFL, and they don't want that because he's a 49er. I'm telling you, bro. Go back and watch some of these games. Myles Garrett don't get the attention like Nick Bosa.
You think the wide 9 could be why? Because they out
the spacing.
Wider.
Yeah.
So now
the
you
spacing.
can get
that's why we won't go away from
both
it,
linemen. You can get, but I'm saying it's a detriment because now it's easy for a tight end to get to you. It's easier for a running back to get to you in addition to the lineman. You get what I'm saying? Where if you are lined up tight, you could go inside, you go outside. You could try to double team, but I ain't even going that way.
But see, we based off the reason why we run the wide. The reason why the wide 9 is failing isn't because of the front. The wide 9 is failing because of the linebackers because of the front. Like the linebackers aren't able to get into these gaps because the front can't soak up these double teams, triple teams, and all these guys blocking everybody. So you're right. It is detriment, but you get the right pieces in the personnel. The wide 9 is crazy. It works. The only person that really got this wide 9 to work is
D4 to Nick Bosa. I'm not gonna lie to you. That was the only time I really saw it work.
You gotta find that type of an edge rusher. You got it.
I don't care what nobody say. Like,
Mike Green gives me
D4
vibes. I'll put that out there like that.
Very good circle right there. So I like that you went back to Mike Green. Now you named somebody else. Was it a defensive tackle? Who was the other? I said give me 2 names. Who was the other person? You said Mike Green.
I gave you an offensive tackle. I gave you an offensive lineman because I know everybody wants the Niners to draft offensive linemen. So I gave you an offensive lineman.
Who was
if you want me, Gray Zabel from North Dakota State. A lot of people are going to shit on him because he went to North Dakota State because that's where we drafted Trey Lance. So they have their traumatized and they don't want us. Let me tell you about this guy. For one, he's 6'5". He's almost 320 pounds. And this dude lined up at tackle, guard, and center. He played all 5 spots, excuse me. He got beat on 2 reps, maybe 3. On one-on-ones in 3 days. Against the dominant defensive line coached by KJ Wright. KJ Wright was out there earning a job. I don't know if he's going to be with the Niners.
Did you see?
I don't know if he's going to be with the Niners, but he was out.
He's back. He's under contract this year. He what you mean?
I'm saying some team can hire him. He can go. Yeah, he can move up. Excuse me. He can't move down. He can move up. We had this conversation, remember? He can move up. So, I don't know, man. I like the defensive fronts, but they struggled when they came across a couple of them offensive linemen out there. And when the teams ran the zone runs, some of them defensive linemen struggle. But I'll give you some defensive guys that I like. Darius Alexander Oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say we can save it. Like we got all week to break this down.
Oh, for sure.
We're gonna be on your show tomorrow. We're gonna highlight some guys. I'm gonna ask you about specific groups. You know what I mean? I want to ask you about some offensive linemen. I want to ask you about some defensive line. I want to ask you about tight ends, wide receivers. I haven't heard a lot of exciting wide receivers in this draft at all. I don't understand. Like,
oh man, I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Positions.
There's some guys out here. The reason why you're not hearing about some of the guys, I mean, like T-Mac is going to be probably like the number one wide receiver, but you mean Travis Hunter, right? So Travis Hunter to me effed up this whole thing because what is he going to be? Is he going to be a wide receiver? Is he going to be a defensive back? Which one is it? Because he's the best at both. That's the crazy part, right? He's the best at both. So after him comes T-Mac out of Arizona, bro. You want the big body, 6'4", catch radius on 100, strong. That I know that doesn't fit the Niners, but God dang it, can you imagine? I mean, we got Jawan Jennings, but this kid has a little bit more speed, better hands, right out the bat. I'm not going to butcher his first name, but you know, tomorrow when we do our mock draft, you're going to see his name up there if he doesn't get taken. And then there's a lot of guys, Mike. It depends on what you want. Some great slot guys, you know.
Okay.
A lot of guys.
It's going to be exciting, man. And you're right. Tomorrow is mock draft of the week, so we gotta get ready for that. I believe it is. Who got the first pick last time? Me.
You did.
So I think it's your turn.
Yeah,
it's your
my
turn to
turn.
get first pick. Oh yeah.
That's
Take all
cool.
that pressure off.
I'm trading the first
Take
pick.
all that pressure off him.
We're gonna get Myles Garrett.
Sucker. You still get the first pick though. You still pick the first one.
Oh yeah,
of the night.
we getting Myles.
Okay. See, he's got to go. He's got to get here, right? Wayne,
You can't. We can't let this. The only way Myles Garrett shouldn't be a 49er is if they ask. Because this is. Remember, I said this is what I hate. Teams will overcharge the Niners. They won't overcharge.
So what? What's overcharge? Tell me what the price is, and I'll tell you if it's too much.
3 first-round picks. The Niners will offer 2 first-round picks. They'll be like, "Yo, we'll give you 11."
What about 2 and a player?
What player are you trying to throw in there?
Debo.
That they not taking on a $21 million contract.
They about to get a big difference. He got 20.
No,
we
this
swapping.
Dude, that's not a swap. Miles only on the book for $6.3 million. That ain't a swap at all.
I don't know where people keep seeing. I see the cap space pages.
It's the way his contract was broke down. They did it like how we do our guys. They might have paid him up front all the early money, and on the back end, he only got 2 years left on his deal. He's gonna be looking for a new deal come 2026.
But I will say this: if that's the hard line to sand, I don't think 3 firsts is too much because I think Myles Garrett has 4 or 5 years left in him. I think he's got 3 or 4 years left in him.
That's too much.
I don't know about that.
I don't mind giving up more picks, but giving up 3 firsts. So that means no first in 2025.
Khalil Mack didn't even go for 3 firsts. Like, there's no way Myles Garrett, who was 4 years older than what Mack was at the time of the trade, is going to go for that much.
He went for 2 firsts and a bunch of picks. Right?
There was a bunch of exchanges. Yeah, it was a whole bunch of changes.
Yeah, it wasn't that whole bunch, but he went for 2 firsts and I think a second and a fourth, and they got back a conditional 5th and the player.
They swapped seconds and the player. Hold on,
Yeah.
wait. I'm gonna tell you because.
But you asked me what I said 3, and
right. But I'm still saying I don't think that's too much. I don't think that's too much because I think that guarantees the Niners the Super Bowl. That's why I say I don't think it's too much.
No, I get what you're saying, but
that's
I still
the
think
only reason.
I think that's too rich. I think that's what the team will do. Like my point is what I was trying to say is the Niners are going there with that Khalil Mack offer, and they'll be like, "Nah, we want this," and I think it'd be too much. That's what I'm trying to say.
Do you think the Khalil Mack offer itself is too much? Because think about again the age that Khalil Mack was.
You're missing out what I'm saying. Like, I think the Niners offer that type of a deal that Khalil Mack was traded for, right? The 2 first-round picks, the swap of whatever, conditional this, that, whatever. I don't think it's going to be any players involved. I don't know why people think we're going to trade players. I don't think that's going to happen. Because Cleveland has wide receivers, and they're going to be looking to rebuild at this point. So
Oakland received 2 first-round picks, a 3rd-round pick, and a 6th-round pick
There you go.
from Mac, while sending a 2nd-round pick and a conditional 5th-round pick.
5th round pick. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So they sent back 2 picks also. That's what I knew it was more than one pick that went with him. So they got Mac, a 2nd, and a 5th for 2 firsts, a 3rd, and a 6th. That's not a lot. That's not a lot.
I didn't say that was a lot. I said that's what the Niners are probably going to try to offer. I said the Browns are going to come back and be like, nah, this ain't enough.
Oh, they tripping, but we can't. We gotta pay whatever it costs, bro.
No, yeah, you gotta get Myles Garrett here.
We gotta pay whatever it costs. They're the people that they can. Oh damn, we over 30 minutes. The people that they can talk to, it's already limited because he was very clear in his bye message.
He wants to go to a Super Bowl winning team,
a Super Bowl contending
so
team.
Everybody keeps saying he going to Dallas. I'm like, Dallas
No,
ain't
he's
going
not.
to the Super Bowl.
Nope.
I understand he's from there, but they ain't going
Nope.
nowhere.
Dallas, Giants. All right, those 2 teams out of that division gone. Washington, gone. I know. It sounds blasphemous.
I wouldn't even be
talking about.
Nah, I wouldn't be surprised if Washington don't re-sign Bobby Wagner. I don't think their defense is going to be as great. They got a bunch of free. Washington has just as many free agents as the 49ers this year.
That's why I don't think they're going to be back next year. That's why I think that this year was their good shot. They come back to earth next year. But so now by the way, I don't think they're trading him in the AFC at all. I don't think that's going to happen. So
No,
I'm
that's
looking at
stupid,
only
right?
NFC teams,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
it's like we won't get Cooper Kupp.
right. I'm taking the whole NFC South out the equation. He didn't say playoff teams. He said Super Bowl. That leaves you with Eagles. That leaves you with Rams.
You know damn well he going to the Eagles. I could feel like they have the best general manager in football, bro. They will spend 99 first round picks and get this done. They don't care.
Yo, no, I care right now. John Lynch, but not. If John Lynch learned anything from the Khalil Mack situation,
No, we tried. We tried the Khalil Mack situation. I want to know what we offered. Is that
he said
out?
it was better. All he said it was better. He never
So,
confirmed
hold
exactly
on.
what it was.
I don't know about you, but I believe him. And that's my point.
I'm gonna tell you why I believe him.
Do you understand my point though?
Yes.
They will
Yes.
overcharge the Niners.
Yes. I agree. But
don't
here's the
ever-
difference, though. Here's the difference. The Raiders didn't want to do business with the Niners.
That's
Mac is not Mac. I'm sorry.
Myles
Garrett is
Garrett.
requesting this trade. So it's less about them. Now it's less about them and more about him. And he specified he wants to go to a contender. He wants to go to a Super Bowl contender, not a playoff contender. And you know what the difference in that trade could have been? With the Khalil Mack trade thing, right?
The conditional pick.
It could have been just something as simple as that, right? It could have been that they didn't ask for a 2nd round pick.
Yeah.
But it was still better when you look at it. And I do believe that we offer something better. The only reason I believe that is because John Lynch was so new to his job at that time. You can't come out and openly do that to a GM. Like you gonna burn some bridges and fast. Like they gonna start calling you production man because you were from the booth. You know what I'm saying? Like they gonna start calling you production man. Like he really put his foot in his mouth, or could have put his foot in his mouth in that situation, and that's why I was comfortable with believing him and what he said there. So it's Eagles, it's Lions, and it's
The
us.
Lions
I got
too?
us. I got us as the top 3. I don't believe in the Vikings.
Really?
I don't believe in no, not at all. Not even close. I don't believe in the Vikings. I barely believe in the Packers. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. As long as they got that young
No,
quarterback over there, I don't believe
the
in
Packers are done.
them. Yep. It's those 3 teams: Eagles, Niners, Lions. That's it. That's it, bro. Oh, you might want to sprinkle the Rams in there. You might maybe want to sprinkle the Rams in there.
I don't see the Rams doing it because their defense is young. They would have to. It doesn't make sense.
Oh, it makes sense. The Rams are known to sell out. They'll do it.
Yeah, but
if there's a team that's interested, it's them.
I mean, if I'm Cleveland, I would want to do, but I would ask for picks and give me Jarrett Verse. See what I'm saying? Like, yeah.
But see, you name all those teams, right? There's only one of them teams picking top 11. Everybody else is 19 or higher, bro. Everybody else is 19 or higher. You get in the first, you want that 11th spot.
Good point.
The Niners are in a favorable position. John Lynch better not. Where your beep at? Push the beeping button. John Lynch better not this up. That's it. He better not. He can't. He can't. That's it. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. He got to go hard. Pause.
I love it though.
Wayne,
it's it's about to be real for sure.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Like you know what I mean? Like it's about to be real for sure, yo. I just you can't listen. It's not. It's, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna happen. But you gotta entertain it. You gotta take that opportunity to try to get it. Like you got to. Like there's no ifs, ands, or buts. If this guy wants to be traded and the team's gotta trade him, they're gonna trade him. You have to go ahead and say, yo, man, what's it gonna cost? Let me know so I could go to the bank. Get you the draft picks. I do some money in there. Like whatever you need, let's go ahead and make this happen. But here's the thing. I don't think can the NFL block trades? I know the NBA can. Can the NFL block trades?
I hate that you ask me questions out. No, I don't. I love it. I love it.
Oh no. I'm just asking. Can the NFL block trades?
No.
Okay. That's
every
good.
team manager in the league has the power to cast a vote against the trade, except the 2 teams involved. Wait, really? So the NFL can't do it, but the league can gather.
What? So the league could come together, like on some secret society stuff, and be like, nah.
This is wild. Wait, every team manager in the league. Oh, wait, this has to be about fantasy. Please tell me this is about fantasy.
Please tell me that's about fantasy. That sounds like it's about fantasy, Mike. I'm sorry.
I hope that's fan. I said in the NFL, can the NFL block trades?
Well, I'm asking because
can the NFL deny a trade, veto or protest a trade?
I don't know.
Nah, no. Okay, this is fantasy football.
Okay.
Why does that pop right up? That's like the top thing. I hate. All right.
It's not even fantasy football time. Like
the NFL commissioner is allowed to veto a trade. First, I have to prove I'm a human. Sorry, I am not a robot. All right, the NFL commissioner is allowed. The NFL commissioner is allowed to veto a trade if it goes against league rules. What kind of trade would cause that? And could the commissioner ever veto a trade solely based on player value disparity? And this is just a conversation on Reddit. There's no article in here. So it doesn't answer the question either. But it says it doesn't look like there's ever been a situation where the NFL blocked a trade. So let's get that money, man.
I was just asking because
if there's a way, it'll come out for the Niners.
No, I just feel like it'll hurt. Right. Niners make the trade, and then all of a sudden, it didn't go through.
Yeah, this undisclosed injury. You can't trade an injured player.
Can't trade an injured player. He had a broken pinky nail or something like that. Like,
right.
You know
His
what I mean?
eyelash was bent in half, and
only us, bro. Only us.
Man.
But now the
It's gonna be
Niners
fun,
need to be all in for sure, man. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk about it tonight on Bleacher Report. Niners need to go get him. Period.
Y'all-
Drop the mic. End of discussion.
make sure y'all check my man Wayne out tonight on Bleacher Report. You going live at 7, 6?
9 p.m. That's
9 p.m. Oh, that's later. Oh, that's
Yeah.
right. Because West Coast. You're right. I said 6 thinking our time, but it's their time, 6.
Mm-hmm.
Not, I got you. Y'all make sure y'all check my man Wayne out over there on Bleacher Report. Hardest working man in the game, man.
Yeah,
Hardest
man.
working man in the game, man. I love it, man. Did you have a good time, though, for real?
I had an amazing
I know you
time.
said you were tired.
I was tired every day, but I had an amazing time. And I can't wait to do it again next year, God willing. You know what I mean? It's definitely an experience. I'm gonna try to bring Tony out there with me next year. He would probably be.
He would lose his shit.
He would
Tony
literally be in like football mecca, like he'll be so reserved though. I probably have to find him somewhere. You know me, I'm a go getter.
He gonna be there with a pen and pad, like
and pad, bro, like pen and pad. And that's what I love about him, man. That's what I love.
Oh, did you see the news about Brian Schneider going to the Washington Commanders for? Let me tell you, just 20 seconds on it, and not even that. I love the fact that the Niners got a new special teams coordinator, and both
Brett
of their
Boyer.
other options have been hired somewhere else. Because now I can compare those three teams
Preach.
and how good their special teams units are. It is special teams war for me this season.
I love it.
That's all it is. That's all I got. That's all I got on it. What were your thoughts on seeing Brian Schneider go to Washington?
I didn't give two flying. Hold up. All right, I didn't give two flying cares, yo.
Right. Yeah.
I could care less about where they go. Like, I don't even post it. Good sayonara. You did us dirty. Like, that's how I look at it. Now you're the
you
enemy,
offended.
and we get a chance to bust that. That's how I look at it, bro. I'm hella competitive, and if I liked you, then I would wish you the best. If I don't really like you, I mean, get ready to get that ass busted. That's how I look at it.
Yes, sir. All right, man. We're going to get up out of here on that note. I like that, man. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We will see y'all tomorrow on Wayne's channel. Make sure y'all are subscribed and over there. Make sure you guys go over there, become members of both channels and all that stuff, like I said before, all right? No team is safe when the Niners are on the prowl. I'm Mike. That's Wayne. And this is No Harm, No Foul.